Hi there, and welcome to Tap Blues into Breakthroughs. In today's session, we are diving deep into chronic anxiety. Anxiety often runs deeper than what's happening in the moment, with root causes that could be linked to our past or our environment or even how we see ourselves. Sometimes the underlying issues are glaringly obvious, and sometimes it's seemingly minor things. But once we uncover those things that are making us feel anxious, we can work through them and feel less anxious. So if you experience anxiety that feels persistent and heavy, like it's always there, then this super session is for you. We'll take our time here, giving you time and space to just tune into your body and gently uncover what's contributing to your anxiety. So let's get started. Tune into your anxiety and notice how intense it feels right now. And notice where in your body you feel any tension or discomfort. Check in with your neck and your shoulders, your chest, your stomach, your hips. And we'll take a deep breath as we allow ourselves to relax a little. Even though the constant weight of this anxiety feels exhausting, I love and accept myself anyway. Even though it feels like this anxiety will always be with me, and there's nothing I can do to make it stop. I honor my struggle and how I feel. Even though all this anxiety has taken a toll on my life, I'm open to exploring its roots so I can begin to work through it. Living with all this anxiety every day is exhausting. It feels like it will always be with me. Like there's nothing I can do to make it go away. Parts of me know there are reasons I feel anxious, and that addressing those reasons would help me feel better. But other parts of me aren't ready to face it. What if I uncover something bad? Or what if I feel worse after I understand the roots? I honor all of these parts of me. And I acknowledge the impact this anxiety has on my life. I really want to feel better. So I'm open to finding relief. I'm open to exploring the roots of my anxiety. Calmly, safely, and on my timeline. So that I can begin to let it go. So I can find relief from all this anxiety. Now let's move back to the eyebrow and just tap and breathe. I'll guide you through the points here, so there's no need to repeat anything. Just allow yourself to notice what shows up for you as we move through the points and explore some common roots of anxiety. Try not to judge anything, just notice and allow and give yourself a safe space to feel. As we tap on the eyebrow point, let's begin to explore how societal pressures may contribute to your anxiety. We live in a world full of expectations and plenty of people telling us how to live, whether it's about success in our careers or our relationships or how we should look and act. And these pressures can leave us feel like we're constantly trying to measure up. So how does societal pressure show up in your life? Just take a moment to reflect. Now tap on the side of the eye as we transition to the role that family dynamics can play in your anxiety. Growing up in a family that didn't offer the stability or emotional support you needed can deeply affect your mental health. Were your family relationships strained? Was there a lot of chaos and conflict? It's okay to recognize any patterns of anxiety that followed you into adulthood. It's not your fault. And it doesn't mean anything bad about you or your family if something does come up. Everyone is doing the best they can. And at the same time, whatever you feel is okay and valid. You're safe now, and you can take steps to care for yourself. Okay, moving under the eye, let's talk about past experiences that may contribute to your anxiety today. Sometimes our past experiences stick with us in ways we don't even realize. Things like unresolved conflicts, bullying, or other tough situations can linger long after they've happened. And it's not just in our minds. Our bodies can hold on to these memories too, often as tension or discomfort. And over time, the emotional buildup can lead to chronic anxiety because it's like our nervous system is still bracing for more of the same. Whether it's an argument that never got resolved or a time when you felt humiliated, these moments can shape how we react to stress now. But by recognizing this, we can start to let go of the weight of those old experiences. Tapping under the nose, let's gently address the role that trauma plays in anxiety. And trauma can take many forms, whether it's a form of abuse or betrayal, loss, or any other deeply painful event. And it could have happened at any point in your life. It could have been childhood, as a young adult, it could have been last week. Whenever it was, these experiences can leave a lasting mark both on your mind and your body. And when trauma hasn't been fully processed, it often shows up as anxiety, like your nervous system is still on high alert. Just know that whatever you face, your feelings are valid. And it's important to recognize that healing takes time and support. But just by acknowledging the impact that trauma has had on your anxiety, you're already taking a really powerful step forward. You don't have to stay stuck in the pain. All right, tapping on the chin point now. We'll explore how your self-worth and identity may affect your anxiety. Feelings of self-doubt and uncertainty about who you are or where you're headed can weigh heavily on your mind, often fueling anxiety. These thoughts may come from comparing yourself to others or feeling like you're not meeting expectations or questioning your value based on past experiences. When you're unsure of your self-worth, it's easy to feel anxious, like you need to prove something or constantly seek approval. These feelings didn't appear out of nowhere, and they don't define your strength. They're a reflection of how deeply you care about yourself and your future. And it's okay to not have all the answers right now. Just take a moment to acknowledge what comes up for you. All right, now let's tap on the collarbone as we talk about how some coping mechanisms and habits might feed your anxiety. While certain strategies and behaviors may seem to give you temporary relief, they often lead to more anxiety in the long run. Procrastination, avoiding your problems, substance abuse or misuse. It doesn't mean you're bad or have to join a 12-step program if you rely on any of these habits. Most people do. The important thing is recognizing that the patterns exist, so you can gently start to move toward healthier ways of coping. And it doesn't have to happen all at once. Small shifts over time can make a really big difference in managing your anxiety. So moving to under the arm, we'll start to address how financial stress can create a constant feeling of pressure, like you're never able to catch your breath. When you're worried about money, it's not just about the bills piling up. It's the fear of what could happen if things get worse. The sense of instability, the sense of insecurity, and the weight of feeling responsible for keeping everything together when you're pretty sure it's all about to fall apart. And the anxiety builds because it's not just about numbers, it's about security and survival. Sometimes it can feel like your self-worth is determined by how much money you have. Financial stress can create a constant sense of pressure, leading to a fear of the future and uncertainty about your financial stability. And the overwhelming worry can make it difficult to focus on anything else, leaving you feeling trapped in a cycle of anxiety. Tapping on the top of the head, we'll move on to how health concerns can create a persistent background noise of anxiety that affects every aspect of your life. When you're worried about your health, whether it's a current condition or a fear of potential illnesses, it can overshadow your daily activities and relationships. Sometimes the fears stem from past experiences or a fear of the unknown, making it really challenging to find peace of mind. It's essential to recognize how these worries can manifest physically and emotionally, influencing your overall well-being. Just take a moment to acknowledge these feelings as you explore their impact on your life. All right, stop tapping for a moment. Take a deep breath. Maybe shake out your hands. Now we'll go back to the eyebrow point and repeat after me. I honor whatever I uncovered today. And I give myself permission to start exploring these feelings and memories. It's okay to take my time as I navigate this process. What's important is that I take small steps forward. I am proud of myself for putting in this work. I am healing at my own pace. I seek support when I need it. I embrace my resiliency and ability to change. Even though I have challenges, I am capable of healing and growing. I am capable of overcoming what holds me back. I don't need to be fully healed to move forward. I deserve to live a happier life now. I trust myself to face what comes my way. Each small step I take brings me closer to peace. I am ready to take my next steps with confidence. Stop tapping. Take a deep breath in and out. And as we wrap up this session, I want to remind you that the journey to understanding and healing your anxiety is a personal one. And it's completely okay to take your time. You've taken a huge step today by exploring the root causes, and I hope you're proud of yourself. Be sure to tap on any issues that you may have uncovered during this session. It's such a powerful way to process and release what's holding you back. I know that you don't have to have everything figured out to start living a more fulfilling life now. Trust yourself and embrace the progress that you make, no matter how small it may seem. As I always say, blues become breakthroughs one tap at a time. I thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you next time.